All right, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a love reading for Libra singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other placement that you feel like that you have Libra in your chart, or maybe you don't have any major placements in your chart, and this still could be for you. It is my intention there's something in here for everyone. But in case this doesn't resonate at all, just leave it. And, I have lots of other videos. And roles can be reversed. And yes, cross watchers are welcome. My readings are also timeless. So whenever you come across this is the right time for you. And yeah, singles. So this is for anybody who is not currently attached to anyone. Maybe you have your eye on someone, maybe someone has their eye on you, but there's no connection or committed anything. So I'm doing something a little different this time around, which I've done for a few of the other signs, and it's been really cool. So I'm asking the question, what do you need to know about finding true love? What do you need to know? And I am going to start with the Good Tarot, and then I will clarify with some other decks. And I remembered to choose a song. I have not remembered for every sign, but your song is Mowgli's Road. Mowgli. And it's making me think that you have had a tendency to allow others to determine what direction you go in, what choices to make, that you don't always trust yourself. You're not always totally clear on what you want. And so you kind of let others make the decisions. And this has led you to this place where you're kind of generally unsatisfied. You have not found that true love. And so there's kind of this sense of needing to start getting really clear on what you want so that you can make those right decisions for yourself rather than relying on another person or other people. So let me cut the cards. And the first question we will ask is, what is working for you in finding true love? The King of Fire. You're a natural born leader, or if not natural born, you have learned a lot in your life that has brought you to this place where you have a lot of wisdom to share. You have a big heart. You have a lot of love to give to others. What's not working for you? Interesting. We have the World. This is better to say this is what's working against you in finding true love. I mean, this can speak about success and happiness and fulfillment. We're going to definitely need to clarify this one, because this some people consider to be the best card in the deck. So why is that working against you? I don't know. We'll find out. How can you maximize your chances of finding true love? Nine of Water. You need to get into a place of feeling grateful, feeling happy with all that you have accomplished, all the work that you've put in that has reaped rewards for you. Definitely a kind of an acknowledgement of how far you've come. And the outcome, Two of Air. Interesting. Uncertainty, stalemate, kind of being faced with an option. I think this this speaks to you still working on trying to figure out what you want. But let's do some clarifying and see. I I just looked at this card, but I'm going to look at it one more time. Yeah, considering options. Yeah, I had that right. And it could be that as you get into this place of feeling fulfilled, feeling grateful for what you do have in your life, that it's going to bring in new people, that you're going to have choices, and it's going to be like, okay, now now I really need to rely on myself in making the right choice. So let me clarify with the Oracle Tarot. So yeah, what is working for you in finding your true love? I think there's more in the book about this King of Fire that I am forgetting. Being a spiritual influencer and creative inspired leadership. Because it speaks about being connected with your higher power, that you have this knowing, you have this natural ability to show up for others, to lead in a very kind way, in a very connected way. And that kind of energy that you embody it's expansive. It's keeping you open to allowing somebody to come in, allowing that right person to come in. You have, your heart is open. And the Fool, spontaneity and taking chances. You're very good about being spontaneous. And to, to make the distinction that there's a difference between spontaneity and being impulsive. That spontaneity comes from a place of following your heart, following your intuition, doing what you know is right, thinking about it. There's a moment or two of thinking about, okay, is this the right decision? And ultimately it's like, yes, this feels good. This feels right. Taking the chance on something that you love, that lights your heart up. You're very good at this. And the Moon, yearning desire. I think in this case, you're tapping in. You're able to tap into your intuition. It's interesting because I'm getting this kind of, sometimes you're very clear about what you want, and sometimes you struggle. You have a yearning desire for connection, for that person that's going to be long lasting, that's going to be supportive and have as big of a heart as you do, who's going to be as loving as you are, who's going to match you in that ability to be spontaneous, to take chances. Deep down, I think you do really know what you want. So then there's some kind of second guessing here, because then what's working against you is the world. In this deck, it's about perspective. So yeah, I wonder if you're needing to gain some kind of new perspective, that you don't have all the answers yet. You don't have all the clarity you need. There's maybe there's a part of you that feels like You have to work hard for anything good that comes in for you, that you can't have success without putting in some effort, that maybe this part of you, like you want to be spontaneous, you're good about being spontaneous, but then this part of you kind of holds you back and you're like, yes, I'm going for it. Oh, wait, no. This is where this duality within yourself comes into play. And the song Mowgli's Road speaks about letting other people make decisions for you. So this is, I feel like this is you second guessing yourself in favor of what other people are saying, potentially. So interesting. It's feeling like maybe you deep down know what you want. You want a soulmate. You're very clear on that. But then when you are actually presented with that person needing to make that choice, that decision, because decisions is one of the words here. And it's like you lose your sense of what you want in favor, because you're maybe you're trying to appease others. Maybe somebody shows up and then you're like, oh, maybe this is too good to be true. Maybe you're like, how can something so right, like, is, yeah, too good to be true. I'm sorry, I need to pick one more. Talents and skills. Wow, this just gets more and more confusing. Because this is what's working against you. Oh, I think this might have to do with, so Librans in general are all about trying to find the balance, and can often have a difficult time making a decision. This is one of your skills. Because you're very good moderator, you're very diplomatic, you know how to juggle. But in this case, that's working against you because you're too caught up in considering all the options. You see the success, but it's like you can't get down to the finer details because you're so busy seeing the bigger picture. And there's some kind of, there could be some kind of need to hold on tightly to some old way of thinking, or needing to always get other people's opinions rather than really relying on yourself and your own opinion. Because at the end of the day, it always comes back to you. And so there's this sense of you're a little bit too diplomatic in this case. Yeah. Okay, so oh wait, no, I'm not done. What am I doing? So then we're, the question is, how do you maximize your chances of true love? And so you want to get into this place where you're really focusing on yourself, everything that you have done to get you what you want in life, to feel grateful for those decisions that you have been able to make that have worked in your favor. that have benefited you. Um, Focus on what is truly fulfilling to you. Yeah, I think there's this huge message about diving deep within yourself. And if you're having trouble kind of tapping into that, a great way to begin is to think about, get very clear on what you don't want. Chances are you have a list of things where you're like, nope, that's a deal breaker. And each one of those things, say somebody is inconsistent and they're flaky, they don't show up for you. What's the opposite of that? You want someone who's going to be consistent, who's going to come back and give you their energy over and over again, that you're not left guessing. So by getting clear on what you don't want, that points you in the direction of what you do want. Think of the opposite, and then let that be what informs you of what you want. Cautious progress. Yeah, this is allowing yourself to come out of this place of turmoil within yourself, where I think this is you learning how to believe in your own ability to choose. You have these flowers that you want to give, and you're taking the time to, you're cautiously moving forward. You're taking the time to figure out what you want and how to move forward, or in which direction to move forward. And good fortune. Yeah. We have the Nine of Water and the Nine of Pentacles here. This is knowing that you have everything within yourself to get you where you want to go, to bring in your true love. The Nine of Pentacles is a person who is very, it's the card of the single person. It's quite appropriate for you. You've been single maybe for a while. You have figured out, or better to say, you're in the process of figuring out how to support yourself. When you get to the Nine of Pentacles, this is being someone who knows how to make the correct decisions to get you where you want to be in life. This is one pentacle way of having your ultimate fulfillment with your true love. This is learning how to make life work for you and not relying on others to point the way for you, to point the way forward for you. Being able to stand on your own 2 feet. And it's totally fine to get advice, to ask people's opinions, but at the end of the day, come back to yourself. Figure out what feels right for you. And it is a process. Take your time. But spend each day feeling grateful for where you've gotten up to this point. And that will take you so far. Okay, so the outcome is this being in this place of needing to choose for yourself, feeling uncertain. The uncertainty doesn't necessarily go away. That it stems from fear. You don't want to make the wrong choice. But I think a part of this is remembering that, in a sense, there are no wrong choices. that you either choose in a way, you choose something that works for you, that is, you realize what you did want, like you feel like you chose correctly. Or if you realize you did not choose correctly, you have now learned something new that you did not know before that can help guide you towards your true north in the direction that you do want to go. So there's always a lesson and there's always a gift in that lesson. So really, technically, there are no wrong choices. It just might take you a little longer to get to your true love, to that person who you're going to be with for a long time. But you'll get there as you learn, and that's a part of divine timing. Is, the universe kind of lines things up so that once you've learned the lessons, that's when you can kind of have what you want. If you're still in some kind of place of not being able to choose, feeling dissonant in yourself, whatever issue you're dealing with, you're not at a vibrational frequency to call in that ultimate person. And it's through those lessons that brings you up to that frequency so you can have that. So then we have purposeful action. This is your outcome. Because this card can be about stalemate, and I feel like it's a stalemate within yourself, and coming out of that and deciding, okay, I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to follow my instincts. I'm going to move forward, take that purposeful action. The thing about this card is she's leaning back a little bit as she's moving forward. So there is some caution as you're moving forward. There is some fear. But that's the thing about fear, is that you can't make it go away. The fear is there for a reason. The part of you that is feeling the fear is trying to help you, ultimately, is like, you don't want to repeat what you've been through in the past, but it's kind of giving you false information. Like the one acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. And so the way to deal with fear is to acknowledge it, accept that part in you that is feeling fearful, and say, thank you for trying to keep me safe. And now I'm going to move forward anyway and take that purposeful action, because this is you having gotten clear on what you want. Strength. Courage, open heart. It takes strength and courage to keep your heart open. You have this ability innately, but because of where you've been, the things you've dealt with in your past, there's this fear. And this is you coming to this place of like, okay, I've dealt with some stuff. It has not been fun, but I know that in order to attract in this person that I want, I have to keep my heart open, because that's what works for you in general. That's what brings all these wonderful people into your life, that allows you to be such an amazing leader. Okay, so let me finish off with the Spirit Animal Oracle. Some final words of advice for you. Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Yeah, nobody else sings your song quite the way you do. You know your own song better than anyone else. Let that song guide you. Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Oh yeah, this is a big one. In order to get to this place where you are super fulfilled and happy, you have to learn to set boundaries with others. And I think this is a part of what you've been struggling with up to this point, is letting others make the decisions for you. And this is coming to that place of like, wait, I need to do what's right for me. And setting healthy boundaries, because it's doing it in a healthy way, you're standing in your power and you're being discerning. Does this feel right? Does it not feel right? How do I feel about this? Not considering others. I mean, maybe you consider others, but then you always come back to yourself and stand in what you know to be true. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Yeah. I think this is all about taking all of this that you're learning. This is the outcome. Your wisdom is allowing you to have the courage, the strength, keeping your heart open as you move forward purposefully. This is you having gained the knowledge, having done that inner work, spending time in gratitude every day, knowing you have what it takes to make your life the way you want it. And that makes you go from not just being knowledgeable, but wise about the choices that you can make for yourself. And that is what is going to lead you to your true love. So, yay. It's a beautiful reading, and it's such a good reminder for everyone. It always comes back to us. If we are not seeing the true love in our life, where in us, what in us is keeping that from coming in? And acknowledging it, accepting it, owning it, and transmuting that fear. And then it's all, raises your vibration and you're feeling good and all the good things, including that person. So, okay, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.